Hey guys, it's been a while since I last made a vlog, but seeing the current Vancouver market conditions, I thought it would be a perfect time to talk about buying or selling in this kind of market. Everyone says it's bad to sell in a slow market, but let me give you 3 reasons why you should sell in a slow market. Number 1, to save money. But you're probably thinking, save money, Gary? What do you mean by that? How do you save money in a slow market? That's like the worst time to sell, isn't it right? Not if you're upsizing. If you're upsizing, if you're selling your condo in order to buy a house, it's actually a great time to sell. Why? Let's say you're selling your $800,000 condo, but because of the slow market, it's currently worth about $720,000, a 10% drop. So you're thinking, if I sell now, I'm going to lose $80,000 on the table. But what about the property you're planning to buy after you sell this property? You're planning to buy a house, and that house is selling for $1.2 million. So if the market is down 10%, so that $1.2 million house you're planning to buy is technically worth about $1.08 million or $120,000 off. So if you're selling for an $80,000 loss from $800,000 to $720,000, you're losing $80,000. But if you're buying something for 1.08 when it should have been 1.2 million, then you're actually saving $120,000 there. So even though you lost $80,000 in the sale of your condo, you gained a $120,000 discount on the house of $1.2 million. So what's the net? You have a $40,000 gain. So many people neglect that. They don't see that. They just think, why can't I sell my property for $800,000 when it's worth $720,000? Well, let's look at it from a different point of view. Let's say you wait until the market corrects. So you're waiting until the market goes up 10%. So not only does it rebound to 800,000, and it goes up another 10%. So you can sell your condo for 880,000. But just because the condo goes up 10% doesn't mean the houses go down 10%. Typically, if a condo go up 10%, houses go up a little bit higher than 10% because houses typically appreciate higher and faster than condos. But for argument's sake, let's just say the house appreciates 10%. So from 1.2 million, it appreciates to 1.32 million. So you're able to sell for $80,000 more, but you have to pay an extra $120,000. So if you do the math, you're losing out $120,000 because you're paying the premium because the market appreciates 10%, but you gained $80,000 plus $80,000 minus $120,000, your net is negative $40,000. So just basic math, it is a great time to sell when you are upsizing. Number 2, the second reason why you should sell when the market is slow is when the market is falling, it keeps falling. What do you mean by that, Gary? Well, let me explain. Real estate market goes in cycles. So it goes up and then it goes down, and then it goes up and then it goes down. So when it goes up, it goes to a peak. And at the peak, it usually flattens for a little bit before it goes down. So when it goes down, it doesn't jump back up right away. It usually drops for a little while before it goes back up. By the time you see it drop, it's not going to be the bottom. It's likely going to drop for a little while. So what does that mean? It means when the market starts to fall, it's going to be falling for some time before it climbs back up. And the question everyone asks, when's the bottom? Well, no one in the world has a crystal ball. And though everyone will have their own opinion on where the bottom is, no one knows exactly when the absolute bottom is. And to make matters even more complex, different neighborhoods correct at different times. So maybe this city will correct faster than this city, and maybe this property type, apartments in this city, will correct faster than houses in this neighborhood. So no one knows the exact date when the market's gonna recover. So it's best to speak with a professional realtor that understands the market and where the market is going. Number 3, the number 3 reason why you should sell in a slow market. People need to move on with their lives. Don't try to time the market because you'll never be bang on. People often need to move because they need to move into a different chapter in their life. Maybe they're trying to move to a different city for a job opportunity. Maybe they're trying to get their kids to a different school catchment for the upcoming school year. Maybe they're trying to get rid of certain assets so that they can invest in other investment opportunities. Sure, you could time the market and wait until the market corrects, but that could be several months, up to several years. Nobody knows, as I mentioned earlier. The question is, do you really want to have the sale of your home lingering at the back of your head over the entire time? But you're thinking, but Gary, I'm leaving so much money on the table. And maybe that is true. Maybe you are leaving some money on the table. But what does it mean to you if you use that money to invest in that dream or that opportunity that you've always wanted to get into? You've always wanted to move to that city. You've always wanted to move to that neighborhood. Or maybe you want to move out of town and you've always wanted to take that job opportunity. Or what about your kids? You're trying to get your kids into that school catchment. Are you really willing to spend that mental energy and bandwidth worrying about the little bit of money that you left on the table? Worrying about not selling the home at the perfect time? And you're willing to give up on your dreams and opportunities just because you think the timing is not right? I run into so many people that live in the past. If I only bought Apple when it was $50 a share, if I only bought Amazon earlier, if I only invested in Google or Uber or Twitter, if I only took on that job, if I moved to that city earlier. Too many people live with regrets. Don't dwell in the past. Live in the present and the future. Keep moving forward. Don't be afraid to make mistakes or even have some business failures. It's never a failure if you never give up and you learn from the mistakes and you improve on them. These are just the battle scars and stepping stones towards your success.